Welcome to Refreshed, episode 4. I'm Jonathan,
And I'm Wes.
and we are officially in spooky season.
Yeah.
Gotta-
Outside, too.
Outside, welcome to it. It's perfect weather, perfect season, perfect sunlight, I'll have you know. Couldn't have done this in a cloudy last night. About time to get the pumpkins out.
No, we already have them out.
Really?
Yeah.
Locally sourced?
If Publix is locally sourced, then yes.
I would say so. I need to find some as well. I don't know. How many is too many? You put one at the door? You put two at the door?
Well, you got to have some, and then you got to have one to carve. So
One to carve. Okay. All right. So you have like a whole. It's kind of like Easter with the eggs and
Yeah,
you
yeah,
paint
yeah.
and all that. So you spend a whole night carving, or what's that look
yeah,
like?
yeah.
Yeah. So you both carve one.
Yes, we just carved one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. That feels like a fun group little
Sure.
action. You know.
Could be. You could have a contest for that.
We could have a competition. We'll set that up. We're getting a few kicks and giggles in the peanut gallery out there.
Yeah,
I think
obviously.
we'll make that happen.
Sure. Why
We'll make
not?
that happen. You talked about the costumes last time. Did you finalize any costumes?
I did not. No. Off the top of my head, I'd love to be. Maybe we'll have costumes on the show.
Costumes on the show.
Yeah.
Pumpkin carving.
It could be a whole weekend event.
It could be something.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Yeah.
We'll piece that together.
I think that'd be fun.
We'll send it into our executive director. We'll see the
Yeah. See what the
producers.
producers say.
Yeah, we'll see what they say.
See if we got the budget for it.
The budget for it.
Yeah.
I think we have the budget for it. Also, the budget for the meal plan. Get the crew, cast
Right,
the crew.
right.
That'll be good.
Yeah.
We'll set that up. Yeah, that's all right. Well, officially fall, officially deep into football season as well. It's well known that there are going to be big upsets, even though there are, 4 or 5 games into the season. My biggest one that I have found the most joy in was watching Virginia rush the field against FSU on a Friday night.
Yeah.
So all the students were still there. It was electric, and there is no or are no stands on the end zone side, to which they threw the interception, and it was
Nice.
cinematic to say the least.
And they're having a good year, aren't they? Didn't they fire their coach?
Virginia or FSU?
Virginia.
Yeah, they're having a good year for sure. They've had some struggles
Yeah.
on and off the field recently in the last 3-4 years. So it's really really phenomenal to see them do well. I'm happy for them. The Cavaliers, who is the I see the guy's face from the Hawks. What was his name? Hawks, Virginia, first round. We lost him. DeAndre Hunter.
Yep.
There it is.
Yeah.
That's why we have the crowd back here.
That's it.
That's why we have it. Yeah, DeAndre Hunter, he was a all-around baller, just kind of like
Yeah.
Cleveland.
Great college.
Guys like
college
Cleveland. But no, yeah, he is in Cleveland now too, isn't he? So he went from being a Cavalier to Hawk to Cavalier again.
There you go.
How about that? The world works in circles. What else we got? We got Georgia Tech, Wake Forest. That was really fun to see.
Georgia Tech looked very sleepy, to be honest with you.
They were very
looked
sleepy.
tired.
Brent Key had to note that, oh no, we definitely were not, prepared. We were just tired,
Right.
came in flat. But I don't think you can blame a whole loss for being tired, to be honest with you. Like, I get that you're going through fall camp and all that. How hard are you working the boys?
Well, a win doesn't matter. It ices everything out.
That's what he said too. He said we're not looking at stats.
Now they have a bye week, so
They do have a bye week along with the Atlanta Falcons too.
Yep.
So the whole city of
everybody
Atlanta.
can get rested up.
Except for Georgia, who definitely needs that. Who after
Yeah, they need to reassess on some things. Yeah, did you like that?
I like that. 1917. That was great.
Yeah.
Great callback. Great DJ. He only played it about 102 times, maybe. Maybe a few.
Georgia defense couldn't stop anything that was a long ball threat. They couldn't stop any third or fourth down. They just
I'm just a kicker punter, so I don't know anything. My preference on this, my insight, little to none. I figured Ryan Williams burned him on the first play. They set 2 safeties deep the rest of the game because they did not want to get burned. And then Simpson and the Alabama offense just ate that zone up the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Because they were waiting on that Ryan, and it never came.
Mm-hmm.
And we had 0 defensive line pressure. I don't even know number 0's name on Georgia defense. I was just laughing. He was just getting pancaked the entire game.
Yeah.
So
The Alabama quarterback looked like a Heisman frontrunner.
He
He had
did.
a game.
he did. And seeing his post-game and pre-game pep talks, he was a little Saban Jr. in there.
Yeah.
He was getting after it. So, yeah, I don't know. Do you think Bama's for real? after losing to Florida State, who just lost to Virginia?
Yeah. I mean,
Or is it just NIL, everybody can beat everybody kind of thing?
I think that's more it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any given Saturday.
Any given Saturday. We're all pros now.
Right. Exactly.
Well, that was exciting. Glad they got the win. Another one I was really excited to see, Illinois beating USC. So I know they got clapped by Indiana last week, which was
Yeah, that was
shocking
really surprising.
to me.
Yeah.
Shocking to me. Brett Bielema did not bring the boys in there for a good win. But, yeah, Indiana this week, they're going to be in there. I think I forget the head coach's name again, but I think Indiana's for real.
You think so?
I think
Even after
I think
last
so.
year's bowl appearance?
I think so. I think they'll. I mean, after watching Ohio State struggle against Washington this past weekend until like the fourth quarter, they snuck away with it. Yeah, I think Indiana's for real, and clapping Illinois. I don't think the score shows much, even though that was by like 50. I think Illinois, once they got down by 3 touchdowns, they were sayonara.
Gotcha.
But yeah, beating USC, and again, when everybody can pay.
Yeah, you would think those California schools would be a little bit better. But
Yeah.
UCLA,
Yeah.
USC,
Awful. It's the old syndrome quote. When everybody can be a hero, nobody's a hero. So that's very true with UCLA and USC, who are very notable for, I mean, they had good teams for good reason.
Right.
Being in LA. Poor Nico out there, 0-4, 0-5.
not poor Nico, but yeah, he is. Yeah.
He buried his own grave.
Yep.
Unfortunately. Or maybe his dad did, but that's another question. How much do you let your parents influence you at 17, 18? I mean, that's your parent, that's your adult. They're making these choices, but when it comes to financial security, turning down, 3 or 4 million because you think you need 5 million, like whose decision does that become? That's a whole nother trajectory of who's an adult, who's not, who can make the decisions,
Yeah.
who's in charge of the bank accounts, So that's a whole nother discussion that,
Yeah.
I think I can't argue that the NCAA, they don't get into that. Is that the U.S. court systems that get into that? Like,
I don't know. I guess it'll just run rampant until someone decides to put a law into place or something. NCAA, some sort of lawyers on how to better regulate this NIL stuff.
I feel like there's usually reactionary laws. So what's going to happen for a law to be put in place? Is somebody going to screw up really bad, or
Maybe.
because when the NCAA was like super strict, they were very reactionary. Like if somebody got paid under the table, or had a bag of money at McDonald's, and they got caught. So I don't know what could really,
cause that.
break the board there.
Yeah.
For that to cause, but I don't know. That we'll see what happens. Obviously, something needs to happen in Southern California. Maybe the kids just don't want to go to Southern California. Maybe it's not what it once was. That would be a fun debate to have. But I personally would like to see California be good again. I need to see some.
I think
good
USC
football.
being a good team is always good for football.
I think it's very good. Yeah, it's good for the promos, good for the Visionaries. Another huge one, Ole Miss LSU.
Yeah, I was glad to see Ole Miss put that one away. They got.
Yeah, were you?
Yeah, I was rooting for Ole Miss on that one.
Okay, I was rooting for LSU because I just thought they were dominant.
The quarterback, LSU's quarterback, didn't look like he had it that game.
I heard he's resting all week. Nussmeier, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's resting. So the second string is getting who the boosters want to start is getting first team reps.
Well,
so.
people were saying that Nussmeier was supposed to be like a franchise quarterback
I heard that too.
coming out of the draft. So
I heard that too.
This could be another case of the, Alabama. Oh, they lost a game and it's just one game, or it could be something more serious.
I don't know. I thought it was going to be the Joe Burrow effect, where he was just kind of complacent last year, and then this year is just like phenomenal. Everybody thought they were going to be phenomenal, and it's been very calm. I'll say. I mean, they were good. They were really good. But I don't know. I don't personally think Ole Miss is that good.
I mean, or do you think it's more on Lane Kiffin that he got them prepared and fired up?
It's debatable. I don't know.
And they were in Oxford too. So
yeah,
that
in
had to help
Oxford,
some.
yeah, especially with the whole drama, of Lane Kiffin's daughter
Right.
dating the star linebacker. Lane Kiffin ran out and said, "I hope he took the over," because that's something that his future son-in-law said. So a lot of drama there. Nothing too much going on besides that. I mean, this week coming up, you got Georgia, Kentucky. It's always a real fun one.
Yeah. Kentucky usually finds a way to play some ball against Georgia.
They do. I know personally all the Kentucky friends of mine, they are rooting for Stoops to get fired, which I think that's not fair. Like, Kentucky was definitely not relevant. It's just they're like a B+ team.
Yep.
I don't think they're in that A-class tier, but Georgia had those years when they were B, like.
Yeah.
Clemson at UNC. So this is like the battle of the overrated. So you got Bill Belichick fighting Dabo Swinney. So
Yeah.
what should have been,
Should be a highly contested match. It's not.
yeah, right. Both 1-3, maybe 2-2. Texas versus Florida. We'll see for the first time. This is going to be Arch Manning's first real test. This is going to be
Besides Ohio State.
Yeah, I mean he didn't sum up to that, but he's got a little work under his belt. We'll see what happens there. Texas Tech, Houston. So Texas Tech.
Yeah, that'll be the barn burner.
Was it 100, 200 million, something like that, into the offensive line. So they're fully functioning. Next year, I presume Texas Tech will be starting to fire, but they're already.
I think Texas Tech's kind of a dark horse this year.
Ahead of all schedules.
Yeah, for sure.
I think so. In Houston, they've surprised me. They've looked classy.
They've been good the past few years, so it's not as surprising.
My sleeper for the week: Ohio State, Minnesota. Was it PJ Fleck, I believe?
Yep, he's the Minnesota coach.
Yep, because he came from Central Michigan. But yeah, he's got them riled up. I know they have one loss, but after watching Washington kind of, hang in there against Ohio State, I think Minnesota should be, keep it within 14, but I think it'll be a closer matchup than people think.
Yeah.
I'm not a gambling man. Probably what's College Game Day, I'm gonna assume it's Miami FSU. We'll have the peanut gallery look up College Game Day where they're headed. But yeah, Miami FSU, that would have been a lot bigger than it was after Friday night. But I don't know who we got better. Carson Beck, he's still firing. That's it for college football I got. I don't know if you've got any upsets you could think of besides Mr. UGA DJ. But segueing that into Sunday, like we talked about the Falcons, finally, it's 1 for 1. Yeah, they're all pass or all run, all pass. So they finally saw a mix.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we should be too excited because it was Marcus Mariota who ate up our defense.
Right.
But then our safety got defensive player of the month. So I don't.
But it looked like Michael Penix was throwing the ball deep instead of just checkdowns the entire game.
Yeah.
He may not have connected on all of them, but
Robinson heard the noise.
Yeah.
And he said, "Hey, coach, let me do something here."
Right.
So that was good.
No, yeah. Did you see Penix on his rollout to the left hit Mooney right at the sideline, but Mooney couldn't catch it?
I didn't see that one. No.
Fantastic throw,
Really?
right on the money.
Right on the money.
And he just couldn't haul it in.
$37 million.
Yeah. I don't know what's happened to Darnell Mooney. He was Mr. Automatic last year.
Yeah, maybe that injury just took him out of commission. My big NFL game for the week, it was Jackson Dart's first start against the Chargers.
Yeah.
The drama started when he posted Madison Beer, who is the Chargers' starting quarterback, Justin Herbert's now girlfriend. Gone public. It's gone viral. Posted it on the story because it was people went back in time and found him on a podcast saying that his celebrity crush was Madison Beer. Now, it was in New York, which is known for tearing ACLs and Achilles, which it did this weekend, tore Malik Neighbors' ACL. That's their best player by far, who had even said, the team's bad and it's not the quarterback's fault. You got, Jameis Winston, Russell Wilson, and now Jackson Dart. So that was the huge drama. He took it off. He deleted, the picture of her immediately, and then went out there and nothing, crazy. But they won the game. The defense had a great stand, and Justin Herbert was a little shaky. So, I don't know. Your thoughts on the public relationships, like after the post Taylor Swift stuff? Like, is that a thing the NFL is instigating, or?
I think to a certain degree. They haven't really done a whole lot with, say, Josh Allen and Haley Steinfeld. It's not like it's all over the.
Surely that's by choice, though, right?
It could be. So I think the NFL. They don't have, they don't have. Taylor Swift has a huge following.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you can dive into that market, that's huge. That's why you show her on camera.
Do you think there's been conversations where they've said, "Hey, do you mind if we use a little bit of your publicity and reach out to some crowds that aren't?"
Oh,
here?
I'm sure some NFL lawyer has drafted up something.
Not Roger Goodell saying, "Hey, come here."
Yeah, and hey CBS, make sure you pan to her at least 3 times a quarter.
Yeah, that would help. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need. I mean, not that I'm an average Bills fan, but I haven't been watching Bills games, so I don't know. Has she been at games, or maybe she's?
I have no. All I can tell you is that Josh Allen has averaged about 20 points for fantasy.
It's not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad at
I was
all.
expecting 30 a week. So
Ooh, yeah, that was a
Yeah.
game changer. That was your first, maybe second.
second pick.
Second pick, yeah,
Yeah.
second pick. Yeah, my boys' fantasy football was rough patch there. The last play of the game, garbage time, Jets and Dolphins. Old Bradley said they're going to throw it to Garrett Wilson. I said, you shut your mouth. And you know what they did?
Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson dumped the pass off. It was illegal, forward pass. They declined it, which means he got the 10 yards he needed to get 1 point over me. So Mr. Mitch Feathers beat me by 1 point, 153-152. Quite embarrassing. I lost a little sleep. Thank you for all your T's and P's this week. But, yeah, you didn't have a similar situation with your week.
No, I got absolutely boat raced.
Yeah. It's almost better to get boat raced
Yeah.
instead of Monday night,
Oh yeah, you can't wait till Monday night.
Absolute heartbreak, man. Yeah, it took a little while to get over that.
And
but
hopefully I don't have anybody starting tonight. I hate starting people who play on Thursday nights.
yeah,
Short week, you can't get prepared for that.
sometimes you can. I don't know.
So I usually don't like to start those kind of play, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is at this point. I was really another thing that really ticked me off. Packers and Cowboys. As much as we, American football makes fun of, football in England and all that for ties, like
Oh yeah, how do you end in a
how do you end in a tie?
Yeah.
That's the stupidest.
Yeah.
That should never happen. NFL, if you ever watch this for some reason, for whatever reason, don't make that happen. NFL ties should not be a thing. I mean, there's no MLB ties,
No NBA ties.
NBA, Major League Lacrosse. No, don't end in a tie. That's embarrassing for the game, honestly. Jerry Jones was just happy that one player didn't beat him.
Right.
But come on, that's honestly embarrassing for the sport. Nobody's gaining from that, That's especially because it was such a high offensive game. I was seeing people say that it could have been potentially game of the year, which quite frankly I just don't agree with. I hate that.
Yeah, just think if they used the NCAA rules now, where it's just like the 2-point conversion shootout. Great television.
Now, do you prefer the shootout, or do you prefer the old way, where remember Texas A&M went to LSU, or I think it was like a 7 or 8 overtimes. I mean, also Georgia Tech went to Georgia to 8 overtimes, but when it was like you had the choice, like you got your 30 yards, and you could take the field goal, but you didn't have to kick the field goal. You like that better? What's the decision making process there?
I like how how NCAA does it. I think they're towards the end. Everybody's tired and everybody's ready to get it over with.
I think so too.
The only other option I think is if you had just like a field goal, just like penalty kick.
That's what Pat McAfee's calling it.
Yeah.
I mean, that would honestly, I would take that over 40-40 tie.
It was like when MLB did that for the All-Star game.
Yeah.
They just had the home run derby.
That was fun. I was there. # Kyle Schwarber.
Yeah.
# MLB. # Braves. # anybody that's watching this. I'll take free tickets. We'll all take free tickets. Whole peanut gallery. Spreading into, at Truist Park, at Braves, we had big news. Brian Snitker stepped down.
Yep.
Do you think that was thanks for your service, we had a terrible season, we can't do that again, smack on the butt, get out of here, Brian Snitker? Or was it a more, I want to see the grandkids, Brian Snitker. I just can't handle losing again like this.
I think it was I'm tired, Brian Snitker. I think, I hate that he didn't get a ceremony kind of,
Yes.
retirement tour
Yes.
like you see some players do, but
I'm sure
he'll have his day in the sun.
That first home stand, I'm sure it's just going to be all Brian Snitker.
Oh, for sure. So
buying him a truck, Hawaii trip, and next year, Braves Hall of Fame.
And again, like you said, he gets to see the family more often. I mean, he's been at the ball field for what, 40, 50 years?
It was 49 with the Braves, so I'm sure it's longer than that.
Right. So, but they gave him a senior consultant position.
I mean,
so
how do you think he's going to do anything with that? Or they're just going to call him up? What do you think about this guy?
They might,
I
or
guess
they
that's
may
what
say, hey, what
consulting
kind of
is.
tendencies would be best in this, that kind
Yeah,
of
yeah,
stuff.
that'd
I
be
mean,
good. You know who we need to get on
for
that
the
same
managerial
role?
or
No,
consultant?
consultant. Chipper Jones.
Well, he was a hitting consultant, and then he was like, I like being a house husband, and he doesn't want to be a coach.
Chipper, come back. We need you desperately.
Yeah, a chipper hitting coach would be ideal, but he's not going to do that. So
He should do that, but I get it. Yeah, what do you think about the next manager? Who's up?
I've seen the betting odds, and I have my short list of who I think would be good.
Who's your short list?
Um,
You list your first, and I'll list my first.
I think the easy route would be to go Walt Weiss, the bench coach.
I get that. I say Mark DeRosa.
I don't know. I think you have people like David Ross, who has
He's
some
available.
managerial experience. Former Marlins manager Skip Schumacher is in there.
Yeah.
They could go wild card. I heard that some people are linking the Tennessee Volunteers baseball coach to a managerial spot
I
in
heard
MLB.
Giants, right?
Could be.
You know who I heard wild card for the Braves that I absolutely hate? I'll give you one guess. Who's he's a manager.
Bruce Bochy. Hate it. Ron Washington. Hate it.
Oh, I would appreciate Ron Washington. And,
Ron Washington has some health concerns, so I don't want to put him under that stress.
Yeah, that's
Could you imagine halfway through a playoff run and sorry, Ron.
Well, I don't know. Maybe Eric Young would be like, I'm still here.
Hey, Eric Young would be cool.
I think the Angels were keeping him on. I don't know. They didn't
I think
dismiss
so.
him.
I think you're right.
Anyways, Gabe Kapler.
No thanks.
He was linked with the Braves today.
No, thank you.
Mm.
I did see maybe Terry Pendleton. Could be.
He's an aggressive coach.
Or Eddie Perez.
Eddie Perez is more relaxed. I like Eddie.
Yeah,
I like
I
Eddie.
think that'd be an okay one too.
Terry Pendleton's the guy that most MLB players or broadcasters would say if you don't want to get in a fight with anybody, but Terry Pendleton would be the worst man to get in a fight with. He used to ride up in his Harley to the games back in the 90s. Yeah,
Nice.
he just had that dog in him. I guess rest of the baseball, we got Yankees, Red Sox. That's what national media is obviously paying attention to.
Yep, tied. Series is tied 1-1.
Saw the Padres. What was it? Is it Mason Miller, right?
Yeah.
105 miles an hour. The Reds got
Just beat the Reds.
dismissed.
Yep.
Dodgers looking good, looking deep.
Shohei Ohtani's supposed to start the next series.
I didn't
First pitcher
hear
on the
that.
mound.
Wow. It'd probably be for like 2 innings, though, probably.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I mean, if that's going to be your most important 6 outs, sure, go ahead and throw them.
Is that the most
Could be.
important, or would the end? I don't know. Coming from a baseball guy, are the first 6 or last?
All the
6?
outs are important.
Are all the outs?
So just yeah.
Okay. Well, fair enough. Switching sports, I guess, because Braves season's over. Means for me, baseball season's over. Another big win in the W column. Chase Elliott.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was phenomenal. We've got turmoil now. Denny Hamlin and Bubba Wallace.
Yeah. Yeah. Owner Rex's own car.
Own car. I get that they're racers.
But that honestly, that wreck cost Denny the win. He
Oh,
lost
100%.
So much momentum.
100% costed him. Trading paint like that, you lose velocity. Chase Elliott did not let up and coasted straight through. Yeah, that
He
was
moved from from like 10th or 15th
yeah.
all the way up.
that was so good.
5 laps.
That
or
was a
something.
classic. I hope we get more of those. Honestly, that would be the direction I'd go in.
What do you think about the proposal to go to the full season instead of the playoff?
I'm
system?
all for it.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. I get that people are getting bored of like Formula One and all that because it's like that, which is so ironic that after years of Lewis Hamilton domination and then years of Max Verstappen domination, we actually have a competition, but it just happens to be now between Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris, and then you got unless Max Verstappen starts winning random games, that's it. So NASCAR would do well to go in that direction.
Yeah, the season-long format.
Because you see who's winning the races, like
Right.
It's not.
Well, it should be rewarded to
Yeah.
whoever's been the most consistent all
Yeah.
year
I
instead
mean-
of whoever got lucky. end.
Yeah, Richard Petty, Dale Earnhardt, they would not have the championships they had if that was it,
Yeah.
And Jimmy Johnson, even he struggled halfway through that,
Mhm.
He started out in that one era, and then it kind of collapsed like that. So, Yeah, I mean, this whole season's got me really just grinding on social media because, especially with the Braves, you have we got basketball starting up pretty soon.
Yep.
Hopefully the Hawks have a good season here. Yeah, but basically all the sports. You got. I mean, obviously everybody pays attention to crazy political situations. They pay attention to movies coming out, drama, blah 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 blah. I was thinking about the other day. Is it worse to be on social media constantly? Is that something that people drive to find peace? Do you find peace in being on social media, being online so much, or is it more so are the people that are off social media that are disconnected and may not know everything that's going on? They may not have the full information of nor do they need to. Would they find more peace? Is it in this season of life? I know you've got some big personal life stuff coming up here. Future West Senior over here. Yeah, what do you find? Do you find the balance there? Like,
yeah, I use social media mainly for keeping up with the sports teams that I have because that's usually the quickest way. But as far as like world news and everything, I mean, the old saying "ignorance is bliss." I think, to an effect, that's true. It would be nice to be up to date on some current events, but I don't think you need to bury your head.
What about on a social aspect? So I know back in the day when we were kids, everybody's like posting everything they're doing, and so that was a good way to keep up with it. But now, you're adults, like obviously you're, married, a kid on the way. You have priorities,
Yeah.
And then so somebody totally other side of the aisle who I'm not married, I don't have kids. I could get wrapped up. So is it better coming from somebody that is married? If you were single, would you say, I would probably be on social media more? And if you were, is that good? Is it bad?
No, I if I were in your shoes, I would probably be less on social media.
Yeah.
Just finding things to do.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything productive if you're just doom scrolling.
No, I agree.
I
agree. It's almost a system of failure at this point. Because I think it was not perfected like this back when we were college, high school. I'm scared to say even middle school, I guess. But it's become such a business. I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think we get of consumption. We just get caught up. So I think it's good input to think about. I know I find myself on my phone too much. It is good to find new hobbies.
Yep.
I'll say it on air. I need to start reading books more, but I've got plenty to get started on. But it's always encouraging to find new hobbies and to get out there, smell the fresh air. That's the backwards thing. You're supposed to smell the roses, but you can.
I know what you mean.
See the roses and smell the air. Do what you want. But, anyways, that's my thoughts for the week. You got any more thoughts for the week?
No. I think. Like you said, just going off of you, if you were to start reading books, just find something fun.
Yeah.
Something that you're going to enjoy. It doesn't have to be hard. Doesn't have to be brain racking. Just find something fun to read. Just get into it.
I've got the two facets, I've got the serious, business mindset MBA books I have.
Yeah.
But then I also have heavy theological books. So it's
do something fun. Do something like fiction, just to get you back into it.
You talking like James Patterson, Tom Clancy kind of thing, or
if that's your cup of tea?
What's fun for you?
I enjoy the Agatha Christie murder mysteries.
Yeah.
And Mr. Poirot.
Poirot.
Yeah.
Check out Poirot if you haven't.
Yeah.
Fantastic show.
So I like those kind of books.
Yeah.
It gets you thinking, but it's also a fun little trip on those books. So.
I do. I need based on books, which you saying this now, I probably need to go back and read them. Fantastic shows. They're on public broadcasting, obviously. I think BBC. BBC. It's the Girls in Corfu, family like in the 30s in Greece, and then you also have All Creatures Great and Small. They're based on books. I know my parents talked about they grew up reading those. If you have not seen that, All Creatures Great and Small, phenomenal. So, yeah, I need to check out the books. You're right. That's what we'll start digging into.
That's all I got for this week for me.
And that's all we've got. That's been Refreshed Episode 4.